Tim, last time I saw you, it was FlightSimCon 2016,
yeah,
I think it was. Yeah. Now we're at a whole new event. This place is amazing. We're in Vegas. Did you ever think that this little flight simulation community could pack out a Las Vegas master ballroom? I mean,
well, with Evan, Phil, the guys.
Evan and Phil are
good team.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Them and their team have they've created magic for us.
Absolutely.
And so now here we are in this one big room.
Yep.
And what makes it so great is now there is a platform where developers such as yourself can show us the amazing things you're working on, and we can see them and see you produce them without like just going onto the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
And we can talk to you, we can interact with you, and you know, I was thinking after Skyforce finally came out, and I'm like, all right, so they're back again. Obviously, the Rex boys are showing off something new.
Yep.
What could it possibly be? How could they possibly get any better than they have?
Well, Skyforce, it started out as a pretty big platform already on its own. We just came out with an update 2 weeks ago that took care of a lot of performance issues, a lot of issues across the board for the application. And if you guys haven't updated, please update to the latest, because you're going to want the next update coming. So that's the Skyforce. So
I'll admit I have not updated yet.
Well, do it to it.
All right. So what are we taking a look at today?
Okay, this program is called Environment Force. Okay, imagine a living environment where the environment actually lives. It forms, it changes shape on the fly as you fly. It's a shader-based system platform, really, outside of the simulator itself. We're overlaying. So performance is not that much of an issue because we're not touching the core application. Okay, so it's a living, breathing environment where the clouds will grow and dissipate on the fly as you fly. All smooth, real time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture that, and I can see it in real life, but I need to see it in the simulator.
It's interesting trying to show it really without being in flight for hours at a time to show you how weather reacts to different changes. But what I can show you is we have a development application right here, and this is alpha version you're looking at. It's a development app. And what I can show you are some of the functions we have built in. Now, what we're looking at are two modes of operation, which one will be automatic, where there's going to be no user interaction, where you click one button and everything will happen in real time all by itself. That's it, one button, move along, go fly, okay? If what we're looking at here is the 3D cloud morphing controls, it's actually what's going to be called growth. Cloud systems will grow from vapor, meaning if you look here, we're going to be able to control the size of the clouds and the growth from just pure vapor as it stands. We're going to be able to grow. And again, these are stepped increments I'm showing you because the test app, it's not soft and very slow in real time, but this just gives you the instant feel that yes, we can grow weather systems from nothing in real time. Okay.
This is just incredible.
We're going to also have the Cirrus control as well, Cirrus clouds. We solved the Cirrus pattern effect, Cirrus clouds. Right now there's just pattern effect with all software. There is no such thing as Cirrus overcast in the simulator. We've controlled that with our Cirrus overcast, which we're expanding the entire Cirrus system for an overcast layer when called upon, okay? So, on top of that, we're able to colorize all 3D objects, meaning clouds, plane, aircraft, 3D ground objects such as terrain, the 3D airports, vehicles.
When you say colorize, what do you mean by that exactly?
Well, imagine a storm system growing.
Yeah.
Okay, if you sat plane spotted in P3D, say, for a few hours, just watch things happen, and you watched an entire cloud system grow, you would actually see the ground and objects change color. The temperature of the color would change completely
as it's
storm
blocking
system,
the sun.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about here. Is you're able to control it in manual mode, but this will also happen in automatic mode. So
wow, it's like kind of greenish now.
Yeah, so the clouds will react to shade, light. So light and shade, all on the fly, of course. As the system grows, the clouds become more heavy and dense. They become darker. It's just physics, right? I mean,
now this is something that obviously will happen over time. As the user, will you have control over how fast or slow that time elapses?
Yeah, you know, over time, you're a simmer. You're going to want to see this stuff happen in front of your eyes, right? But you're not going to want to see it happen instantly, right? We'll give you a timer, probably, I'm assuming anywhere from 5 minutes to half hour, say.
Okay.
So, you know, realistically, a storm system wouldn't evolve within 15 minutes.
Correct.
Could, maybe. It depends on the storm, I guess. But
are you familiar at all with Project Cars 2, the racing car game?
No.
So one of the things that's most impressive about that is it gives you the ability to elapse weather time. So let's say, for example, you want to fly from dawn to dusk to night, and you want that to change every 5 seconds. Like, it'll literally do that. I don't know who would do that, but there are people that want to feel like they're doing a 24-hour race, so maybe you want the timing to change that way. So when it comes to weather, weather will do the same thing. So you can literally go from a sunny day to a lightning thunderstorm in like 5 minutes, and you see the clouds come in. So with this, you're saying you could do that?
Yes, you could. Well, right now, as it stands, Skyforce itself it updates 6 times per hour.
Okay.
But then that's to our servers, so it stays pretty darn up to date.
Right.
The simulator itself, it'll inject weather every 10 minutes. With the next update we're doing, we're going to put a timer on that to allow a user to say, I want to update every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, every 20 minutes, every hour, whatever. Wow. So if you have that set for 5 minutes and Environment Force set for the same, every 5 minutes you're going to get that happening.
So you can go back from thunderstorm back to a sunny, clear sky, and then watch the clouds roll in again.
You'll see it all happen.
I can't wait to see that like in action. That sounds amazing.
So we also have cloud swapping on the fly, of course. And it wouldn't just pop in, it would be smooth over time. Okay. Visibility is also controlled completely. Visibility will have
this is some Aerofly type stuff here now that we're looking at.
So again, visibility will be smooth.
Yeah.
The temperatures, winds, pressure, all smooth.
Right.
Over time, in real, you know. And water, this is what we get a lot, is water. People have been inquiring a lot about water. What are you guys going to do with water? Mm-hmm. Well, the Environment Force is going to take care of that. Because, you know, as weather changes, water changes.
Right.
Again, a living environment, really. So if it's windy, the granularity of the water, the reflective balance, the fraction, everything about water will change in real time. It'll darken for storms when it gets stormier. So yes, and we also actually give the user the ability to change the water on the fly too, if they want to. And we also give the user the ability to save presets, just like with PTA and stuff like that. We're going to give you the option to save presets and share them with the REX community to be. So if somebody sees something they really like as a base, boom, one click, boom, done.
Now, I came over to your booth about maybe an hour and a half ago, and I saw you sitting with the guys from Coronado. Who would have ever thought that the Coronado people would actually show up, which was great. And I was just kind of peeking behind the shoulder, and first of all, they seemed very impressed with what you were showing them.
Sure.
In terms of, actually, I lost my train of thought. There was a question there I had with the weather. That's right. I asked you a question about PTA. Because a lot of people like to use their PTA presets, and your response was something that was very interesting, and I think the people watching are going to want to be interested.
The PTA
in terms of settings with PTA.
Oh yeah, PTA right now a user will have to stop the simulator,
correct,
blindly, change settings, go through things, and just wonder kind of what it looks like. Right now, we're building controls into Environment Force where if a PTA user would want to utilize the feature, we're compiling shaders on the fly while the simulator is running.
So you could actually make your PTA adjustments, see them in real time, save them without having to stop the simulator.
Exactly. So we're given a hotkey for it's basically a recompile shader hotkey. So it just kind of helps that. Because we use PTA, we love it, However, this this is a shader tool as well. We're giving you that kind of power.
Right.
So, so we thought shader. So let's do a compile on the fly if we want. So we've accomplished that, and there we are.
Well, I think one of the things that the community in general are going to want to move towards is this having to stop the simulator whenever they want to change settings. And to be able to change literally everything on the fly is going to be amazing. The only thing that no one has managed to do
not change on the fly. I imagine automatically, though. That's the power, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the only thing that no one has done yet, and I've spoken to a few developers, and I'm just waiting to see who's going to do it first. And I think I was just in an interview with Adam Breed from Lockheed Martin.
Okay.
And I didn't get to ask him this question. But the next thing is the lighting in P3D, and maybe this is something that Rex might do, because I remember
the lighting in P3D.
Yeah, the actual night lighting. Because I remember, I remember back in 2016 we were talking about how you guys have gone from the sky to the ground once you introduce the HD buildings.
Sure.
So it's not just sky and weather stuff, that you've actually diversified a little bit.
Sure.
And this might be something up your alley as well. The problem with P3D, and this is a code that probably comes back from FS9, is the night lighting comes on way too late. The sun is already darn near setting.
Oh yes.
And it's not until after it's well below the horizon that we see the night lighting come up.
Yes.
So in the same way that you're able to adjust, the actual environmental lighting is getting that night lighting to say, you know what, it comes on too late. Maybe I want to see the night lights on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
You brought up a good point.
Yeah.
Actually, you brought up a really good point, and that's the kind of stuff we like to hear from the community.
Yeah.
Because we are deep into this shader kind of enhancement, because that's where the power truly is. And now we've accomplished real-time balance between the two, a living environment, truly living environment. And the lighting system could be changed with shaders. So, because right now, as you see here, and I'll show you kind of an example, we're actually able.
There's a camera there behind you. Oh. Thank you. Sorry, we're having an interview. Thanks.
We're able to change the actual lighting of the scene already. So here's already the first start of this is not time preview in P3D. This is our scene lighting.
And I think one of the things people at home want to know is are they going to have access to this control panel to be able to play around like that?
Okay, that's a good point, actually. And
I could see video makers wanting to do some fun stuff with
I actually talked to Kevin Menard from FS Packages.
Yep.
And he's pressing me. I want this. I want this interface. I get it. So let's see if we can try and take care of both parties. Our company has a certain look. We really take our look very seriously, and how we develop our the experience, the user UI experience. So this is kind of out of our bounds. This is our developing kind of look. We didn't really mean to bring this to show, but many people have asked, wow, this looks very simple. Bam.
Right.
So we might actually incorporate something like this as an option.
Right, like maybe creating a separate tool as its own package.
Exactly.
Because it may, and God forbid no one uses Rex, but let's say there's someone who doesn't, but they want to play around with the lighting environment just as its own standalone product. That could be a really good idea.
It's smart.
I could see myself playing with that and just looking at the simulator without flying, just because it looks so cool.
I know. Like slewing up about 2,000 feet and watching the airport.
Can we actually demonstrate that? So for some of the folks that might be watching the video,
sure.
Can we just demonstrate the looks and the changes in real time of how we can see the clouds forming on the horizon?
Oh no, we can't do that because we don't have internet access for real weather data.
No. Just to kind of fake it through here. So maybe create your own weather. That way we can just see what it's like if you're at, say, I don't know, 20,000 feet, or in this case with this thing, maybe 18 or so. And clearing the skies and just seeing how the clouds on the horizon, how they form and move.
Oh, I can. However, I'm going to have to shut this down and restart another DLL. We can do it. Click off.
I think it might be interesting to see, just so they can see how the real time works.
Well, it'll be a little jumpy, but just so you know, because again, this is alpha. We're developing still.
Right. It's a little ways ago.
I will show you this scene right here, fading in the clouds in real time, just slowly fading in, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I mean, just to show you, it is working. It's just not there yet.
It's not ready yet.
We're getting there, but you'll see the power. So maybe come back in a few seconds here.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
All right, we're back. So we restarted the simulator. Now, before we do the demonstration, so we talked really briefly about your developers panel that you had there on the other side, and whether or not you might make that available.
Sure.
So whether or not that happens, hopeful, but we'll see what happens in the future.
And I brought it up with you is I should have actually remembered, but
there is something here for us.
Imagine that the application UI that you saw is now actually duplicated in the sim, so you never have to actually leave the simulator window.
For an external window.
Absolutely. Here's all the controls right here within this window. So we do give you those controls. If this bothers you and you want to get it out of the way and close it, boom, done. And it's actually right down there, bottom left corner, is a little dot.
Oh, there is a dot down there, yeah.
Yep.
You can barely see it.
Yeah, but, well, that's meant to be that way, so it's
right. So it doesn't distract you.
Exactly.
And the format, if you can't really see the format very well on your screen, it's basically, it looks very similar to the PCA presets, right? So to increase the value, it's like 1.1.
Yeah, but I'll show you. Here, hold on. I'll actually show you. Is it paused here? I can't see.
It is on pause, yeah.
Oh,
parking brake, that's parking brake.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there's rec, there it is. Okay, so really, truly, if you want to change it, we're also giving you values you can enter.
Right.
Or simply, you just click on that, and you can go, oh, well.
You can drag it.
That's cool. You can drag the cloud system.
So we do essentially have it then, after all.
It's just
not the external window, but the same functionality.
Exactly. All functionality is built into this panel here. You can control it all.
I see.
It's a little cumbersome, I'll be honest. It's not my preference to be doinking around.
It's more than we have now.
It's pretty darn cool, though.
Yeah, it is really cool.
So yeah, definitely. And it's on the fly. It's you don't have to, it's right in front of you.
So that external window would really be something more for developers to work on. Like I could see Orbix probably needing that, because one of the things that they focus on a lot with photoreal is with P3D versus FSX, a certain time of day the photoreal can look great, and a certain time of day it can look absolutely horrible.
Yep.
So like you said, the ability to change the ground colors, the sky colors,
well, what you're looking at earlier when
you can see it in real time.
Exactly. When I was showing you just a few minutes ago, was actually over photoreal, because that's a problem.
Exactly.
People shy away from that because of these quirks. Like I said, our program is putting a layer over everything basically. Imagine not, just working around the simulator. It's not really affecting it. So once you close your simulator, you close our application, it leaves everything untouched.
Wow.
Yes, all fully untouched. So there's no issues if you don't.
So if you have, for example, if I've set everything up through Texture Direct or Skyforce, I can make all these changes, close it. My default Skyforce textures are still going to be there when I fire
Absolutely.
Up the
yes, we won't. That's the beauty of it. Yes, it'll change everything on the fly, including textures, including weather, everything, all aspects of weather. It's a living environment. However, it will not affect what you've touched in the application itself, Skyforce.
So this is really running outside of
100% outside. 100%.
Wow.
It's a layer on. It's basically a living environment outside of everything.
Wow. Let's take a look at it.
Okay, so what we're going to show here is just basically, again, this is alpha. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear the weather. I'm going to clear the weather out, and you're going to see the clouds dissipate. Now imagine that over time.
Right.
Which is really the key. So let's go to weather and go ahead and clear it out. And now you'll start to already see the dissipating effect.
Wait, so in Prepared, when you go to clear all skies, like now, you clear it, you come back, and then it's just gone.
Yeah, it's just gone. Now
it's going to do it over time.
We're fading over time.
It's already having.
It's dissipating.
Look at that.
And thunderstorms.
And this is how it will always work. So if I say I want a thunderstorm, I click thunderstorm. Okay, and then we're going to watch the thunderstorm.
Well, yeah, but imagine now real-time weather too.
Right, it'll take a little bit longer, but this is accelerated.
Exactly. This is very accelerated, time accelerated. So
you guys blow me away every time you show me something new.
Yeah, well, this was our goal, and it was our goal from. I know people are asking, well, you got hard weather changes, you got these instant cloud changes, bam, bam. When are you going to give us something? Well, here we go. We're there now. We're there. So what I'm going to do here is just create another weather scenario. Okay, I'll just customize a thunderstorm, say, and I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry.
12, 10, 156 by 45.
Let's go thunderstorm at broken. Okay, so When I hit OK, you're going to see it start to develop again. And again, it's accelerated, it's alpha, but see the ground already started changing darker. It's going to, but over time it's going to happen.
And we can choose to have this acceleration if we want it.
Exactly.
There it goes, starting to come in already. There it is forming, right before your eyes.
And again, we're going to be able to utilize more softer cloud textures during the actual building of it, so it starts. You start feeling the vapor actually. And this is my question too. So the clouds that it's based on. So clearly this is based on. Oh, there's a rain shaft right there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. So clearly this is already based. Oh, there it is. This is based on Skyforce, right?
It's based on it's
because let's say you want soft clouds instead of the more higher definition.
Sure. This incorporates both types of cloud systems, and it'll read the weather and say, hey, for this cloud type that the real weather is calling for is not going to be very defined stratus types, you know. So it automatically will bring those textures in real time, fade them in real time, and when you have a thunderhead or something, it's going to call those textures upon it. I mean, I get it. There's other software out there that can simulate kind of what this is, but it's not a living environment. This is truly environment. This is not just smoothing. We're not talking about just smoothing option of weather.
Right.
This is smoothing times 10. You know, this is I really want to call it a living weather environment, because it affects not only the atmosphere, it also affects ground, 3D objects, everything, and it changes as things happen,
as things progress,
and it's in real time, and it's smooth.
So I think when we started this
interview, it's endless. The possibilities from here are truly endless.
It seems endless. When we started the interview, you said, you know, imagine a living environment, and I think a lot of people were thinking, well, what exactly does it mean by that?
They think True Sky. They think immediately something like that, but it's far from that.
Exactly.
Because now we're talking about real weather in a very living environment.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say.
I mean, you've demonstrated it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And shader based.
And this is like 6 guys on the team?
There's
how many of you now?
7.
7 people.
7. There's one brainchild behind this, though. There is one main brainchild behind it that we brought on the team years ago, and very, very smart guy.
Very, give him a shout out?
I'm sorry?
You want to give him a shout out?
Oh, not yet. Just let's
oh, he must be big.
Not yet, but he's incredible, and yeah, we're grateful for everything. We're a good team, put it that way. I mean, people. I remember saying when we said Skyforce took a couple years, even a little more than a couple years to create.
Yeah.
We started this project actually before Skyforce.
Wow.
It's been that much work. It truly has. Yeah.
All right. So before we go, can we slew up to say 18,000 feet, and then we'll do the reverse, and from that altitude, watch the weather dissipate? Look at that. I might have to steal the hard drive out of this jet line that you're using. Is that a jet line down there?
It is a jet line.
It's a jet line. I'm taking the hard drive, and this is coming home with me.
Oh, that's a little too high. What are we at there?
That's perfect. No, that'll work.
Yeah?
Is this maximum zoom? Can we zoom out any further? Is that the max?
No, that's it.
All right.
Okay, so what do you want to see? Like maybe over here?
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good eye point.
Let me. Okay. Actually, let's go find something exciting looking.
That's good. You got that nice little
okay, right there. That's fine.
That looks
so
good.
What should I do? Change it to another cloud system, or just a clear weather, or what do you want me to do?
Let's try another cloud system, and then after that we'll just clear all the weather out and watch all the vapor dissipate into
so we'll go to weather, and let's go to let's create from 10 to 19. Yeah, let's do scattered 4/8. Okay, let's watch this.
Now we're going to cumulus.
Yeah, just simple weather. It's happening.
You know, it's happening before your eyes.
It is.
But you
don't know.
Don't really see it, even though it's happening this fast, and then you see it. Like you can see the definition. It's
turning into vapor.
So
it's vaporizing right now.
It's almost seamless. It just happens kind of right before your eyes.
And there's the other layer that we just created. Basically,
Look at that.
So again, that was a storm system basically.
I can't imagine what it must be like though when you're flying through it and this is happening. That's just gonna
like
be
I said,
badass.
I took a 4-hour flight right before the show.
Yeah.
And I just felt constant. There was weather constant. It started clear, but there was a storm system developing a couple hundred miles out.
Yeah.
About 120 miles out, I started seeing things happening. But it was very cool actually. It was very impressive. Wow. I wish I would have captured the video. So, want to just go ahead and clear this out?
Yeah, now we'll clear it out.
Let's go clear skies, and there we go. Again, we're going to give you timers for,
I can play with this all day and just stare at.
Oh, you can take one scene and create a completely different look. I mean, it's just amazing. It's truly amazing.
Really can. Look at that. I really have to say, flight simulation has come such a long way, and number one, really kudos to your team, but also kudos to the guys at Lockheed Martin for really working with the third-party developers and helping us all get a platform to really make our dreams come true. I mean, I'm pretty sure back in FS9, you probably could only dream of doing something like this and it being a reality.
Exactly. So,
wow. Well, as always,
that's the gist of Environment Force. I hear there's one major question we're getting a lot is, well, I see you're creating another application for this. However, Weather Force is kind of the force behind this, the weather side of it. We're going to be packaging that as well and incorporating that into Skyforce as an update for our users.
Wow, and is that a pre-update or a paid update?
It'll be a free update.
Wow. As always, Tim, you and the team, Reed and the guys, I mean, you guys are just doing amazing, fantastic work, and it's literally, you guys have changed the way that we interact with our simulators.
I think we have, and everybody we've been showing the demo to just floored. It's such a great feeling after all this time,
all that hard work, and blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, I'm blown away.
So much time away from our families, it's
well, yeah, you take the time away from your families to build it, and we take the time away from our families to fly through it.
Absolutely.
So you're not really helping us on this end either.
That's funny.
Before we go,
sure.
I want to just give you guys huge kudos, all the hard work you do.
Thank you.
Rough time. Yes.
Can I give a shout out for the worldwide airports?
Yes.
And we're about to release that for 4. It was a lot of work. We had to redo everything for Prepared to Be 4. They changed the algorithms for the dynamic lighting. We had to go back to drawing board on a lot of the textures, so it took time. I apologize for the time, but we're working on a new system for worldwide airports. It's an advanced edition, be free, of course, for all of our users. It's going to incorporate a new jetway system that doesn't rely on SOD. It's a new jetway system that's very, very highly detailed jetways that are going to be applied to all airports worldwide. It's going to help us. It's creating a platform for us to start changing the buildings structures worldwide.
So you're looking at taking that a big leap forward as well.
Yes, we showed that actually in a demo earlier today, and it was pretty well received.
Well, I'll tell you what my ultimate dream is, and maybe you guys will go that far, maybe you won't. But to fly into a default airport that's nothing but default sceneries and pull up to buildings with glass and internal modeling.
Yeah, it's feasible. It's feasible. Okay, that's all I can say right now.
It's feasible. That's all you're going to say.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Rough estimate timeline for this to be in everyone's
Okay,
hands.
I'm looking at. I'm hoping. Don't hold me to it. I'll be honest. It's still.
Developers hate to be asked that.
We're 70% of the way there on the UI, on the final UI. The technology's built and set in stone. Okay, all the technology's there and built. All we have to do is connect all the UI connected into the API. Once we get that finished, it'll be, I would say, anywhere between, I'm hoping, 6 weeks.
Okay. 6, not far.
No, not far.
I will be holding my breath.
Yeah, well, we got to get back to it when we get home.
Great job. Beautiful stuff, and thanks for making our simulation environment so much more fun.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.